Hey everyone, welcome to Shifty's Club. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the older cards that I find really interesting that we should totally use before they literally go out of format. And I'm going to be working kind of backwards because that's the way I see it. The very first one is probably one of the most dire that we have got to get out literally because of all the counters you can make for it, and that's Bronzong. If you guys don't know what it does, it's basically 110 HP. It's a 4 retreat cost, which you really wouldn't matter about because you could easily just have a Darkrai on the bench and attach a Dark Energy, boom, free retreat cost. Its Oracle Inflict does 10 more damage for each card in your opponent's hand. It's base 30 and then 10 for each card. But that's not what we're wanting it for. Because, you don't have Vileplume from the Undaunted anymore. But no, Heal Block is its ability. Damage can't be healed from any Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. Damage counters can still be moved. The coolest thing about that is you cannot heal damage from your Pokemon, so you can say bye-bye to a few trickery cards that would be of much help in this format. Max Potion literally goes away. Your Gold Potion, which no one uses anymore, goes away. So Bronzong's a really creative card overall. The next card I seen was Shiftry. And for purposes, I'm not even going to really go into detail about it. I'm just going to kind of go to what is so interesting about it. And for Shiftry, it's its ability. And basically, when you evolve Shiftry from Nuzleaf, you are going to flip a coin. If heads, choose one of your opponent's Pokemon and put that Pokemon and all cards attached to it into their deck. So they don't get to replay it that turn. It goes to their deck. Now, I find that being a pretty good card, and whenever Staraptor comes out from the new set, it would probably be best beneficial to play Staraptor with Shiftry. It might be a little bulky, but you could literally pick and choose with Catcher, obviously. You could pick and choose for 4 energy what Pokemon you want to send back to their hand or to their deck with a coin flip, of course. So, I mean, the skies are endless. I mean, literally, that's just how great it is to have cards like that, even though no one ever uses them, which is something I really don't understand. Here's another one that I have not seen anyone use yet, but would be very helpful, and it is Gardevoir. And I love this card for many reasons. Number one, its ability is basically each basic psychic energy attached to your psychic Pokemon is 2 psychic energy. Number 2, its equal evolutionary stage is Gallade, whose attack for 2 colorless does 20 damage times the number of energy attached to all of your Pokemon in play. Now, with this ability, do you know how much damage you're doing with 5 psychic energy attached to your Pokemon? 200 damage with Gallade. And the next one is that, well, you can retreat it for a very low cost, or even better, its weakness is psychic, so it's pretty much, it's a psychic type, so Mewtwo is pretty much dead there. Let's see here. And we already used Mewtwo EX, so we're not going to worry about that one. Let's see, where was it at? I know I had another one. Where's it at? Sorry guys, this is taking a little longer than usual. Okay, here's probably one of my other ones. People like Sableye so much, they want to discard energy after energy. I'm going to give you something that might be a little bit of a trick, but this just might work inside of a Sableye deck, and it's Pinsir. And the best part about Pinsir, it's a double colorless, so you don't have to worry about sticking in grass energy. Of course, unless you want to use this grip and squeeze, but you probably won't because it's 3 energy for 70. And Pokemon can't retreat, but they can always just use a switch. But anyway, Power Pinch for double color says flip 2 coins for each head's discarded energy attached to the defending Pokemon. So that's pretty helpful, wouldn't you think? You're going to average 1 energy. I mean, people would honestly say, but it's coin flips. Well, let's think of it this way. You're never going to flip 2 tails every turn. You're always going to get some kind of energy discarded. So, instead of... Well, Sableye likes to use the junk and sweep, but see you at... say you're versing a Gothitelle, which is very unlikely. But in the case you were playing Gothitelle, you could have a Pinsir for backup, or just very creative. I'm just giving you guys ideas because that's who I am. I'm so nice like that. Okay, here's one that's gone out of the mist, but I really believe that someone will return it to its glory. Literally, Druddigon. This baby with a rocky helmet attached to it puts 4 damage counters on an attacking Pokemon. Not to mention, it's clutch for 60 in the defending one can't retreat, but that's not part of the equation. What I'm saying is you do a free freaking 40 damage, basically. So, all in all, that's you're really saying 100 damage in basically 2 turns. I'm not saying he's good, I'm just saying there's going to be people who can use this video to get ideas and then come up with creative solutions. Let's see, we gotta get Durant. Durant's already a good card anyway, so it doesn't matter that way. Let's see. Ooh, here's another one I very appreciate. You put Hydreigon with Emboar Blastoise and you are tanking the entire game. Literally, for 4 energy, you do 60 and 40 to 2 benched Pokemon. Now, if that is not power, I don't know what is. Now, if you wanted, you could play Blastoise Hydreigon with Lugia EX, do 60 here, 40, 40. You set yourself up with 3 different Pokemon that you can take knockouts on, like that. So Lugia is now a force. Well, especially if they're Pokemon EX, because even then, Lugia is doing 120 plus the 40. You could easily play a plus power, or even have a Deoxys EX once the Plasma Freeze comes in, and get that knockout. So I'm not saying it's going to be the best deck in the format, but you could seriously come up with a great strategy for a Hydreigon. Or even better, if your opponent is a full bench, you could use Registeel EX and do the exact same thing, spreading 30, and then you could take your picks. I like Hydreigon in this situation just because in two turns, Hydreigon is literally screwed up the entire playfield for your opponent. Because at that time you've got 120 on 1 and 80 on 2, or you could have 100 on 1 and 40 on 2 and 40 on another. So I mean, that would be pretty cool right there in itself. So you could really screw up your opponent with that. I like this. I like the strategy overall. So I mean, be able to put 100 damage on 2 Pokemon is pretty darn good. Let's see, Terrakion gets enough play. Landorus does fit well into Tornadus EX. Let's see. Conkeldurr has no real home because of its stupid ability. Archaea. Ooh, here's one. Archeops. I like Twist Mountain and what it's going to do in 2 sets. After Worlds, I believe we're going to come out with a card called Cradily, and what it's going to do is allow you to, for each energy attached to it, search your deck for a stage 2 and put it onto your bench. Is what I believe it's going to do. And when that comes out, you could easily just use Archeops. Stop your opponent from evolving. It's a great strategy in my eyes. I don't know about anyone else. However, I like Archeops' ability to not evolve, not let the opponent evolve, which I do like. I really do. I really believe that it'll be a good card along with Cradily decks. Not gonna say it's not gonna make an impact. I'm just saying that you could easily find a home for it, like in a Twist Mountain type deck, but not really working with Twist Mountain. I'm saying something like Archeops and even Aerodactyl. Both of them work pretty well because Archean, Restore, Aerodactyl Restore, Archeops just evolves. You could put that together with some kind of crazy basic deck. Not really saying you should. I'm just saying there's an idea for you. Let's see, where's it at? Here we go. Here it is. Here is another one. Reuniclus. Really terrible bulk. I will give it that. It and its counterpart, the black and white Reuniclus that moves damage counters around. This one's probably the attacker. For 1 psychic, does 40 damage times the number of Reuniclus in play. No one really figured out a way to make it work. I honestly believe that it can be good if someone can make it good. We just got to find someone who can make it good. It's just got to have the right combination in it. Let's see, Victini just sucks because you have to hit 2 heads. Let's see, Kyurem, but it still sees a little bit of play instead of Blastoise to counter Clean Clang. Let's see, Fliptini, but every flip deck uses that. I'm not sure if anyone uses Virizion anymore. I mean, I can't really think of too much creative stuff to do with Virizion unless you're just totally going to use it to counter Blastoise. That's the only way I can see it. And even then, you've got Shaman EX. But either way, it's great to have a grass type attacker to counter the Blastoise. Let's see. Okay. I know I had a few more, I just can't ever find them. Here's one. Okay. Now, here's the one I was thinking about. Because with Emboar or Blastoise combined with Hydreigon, you could also have Mandibuzz as an attacker. Because it does 10 damage more for each, 20 plus 10 damage, 10 more damage for each darkness energy attached to all of your Pokemon. Obviously you could use Gallade for what it does, but just an idea with Emboar / Blastoise and Hydreigon, it'd be a great tech to put in it. But because of all the Hydreigon you would have up and attacking, you could sweep with Mandibuzz, but just an idea. The Gothitelle, God help me people, please play Gothitelle again. Gothitelle was a really great deck before someone literally made it not good. I don't know who the heck was in charge of that. Beartic was okay, it didn't really have anything to synergize outside of Vileplume. So if we get another Vileplume, maybe someone would play it, but we won't. Not before it gets rotated. Let's see, where was it at? Oh yeah, it's in black and white, I remember now. Let's see here. Okay. I'm not sure if anyone else uses this anymore, but it was good, and in my opinion, it still is good, Zoroark. Not only its first attack, where you'd use the darkness and search your deck for any one card and put it in your hand, but the second attack, where you can use your opponent's attacks against them. I like that. And you don't have to have the energy to attack. Why aren't people playing this again? I don't know. Because Zoroark is right outside the one-hit KO zone for most of your EX Pokemon. I really don't understand that. Especially before Deoxys comes into format. And then you could basically badge. I don't know if you guys know what I mean by badge, but there's a Team Plasma badge card, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to refer to it as badge. You can. What it does is if you attach it to one of your non-plasma Pokemon, it's now a plasma Pokemon. So you can badge a Darkrai, or so what, and have a Deoxys on the bench, and boom, 100 knockout. So Reuniclus was a nice card. There's still one more. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Here it is. Okay, here's one for like when you're facing against grass type decks. I mean, it's obviously not the best card in the world, but for one colorless energy, there's a Pokemon named Sawsbuck, and it is 20 damage plus 10 more for each grass energy attached to both your and your opponent's Pokemon. I find that kind of interesting. Plus, it's got a resistance of Blastoise, but I mean, doesn't really matter because all Keldeo's got to do is hit 3 water energy and boom, it's knocked out. But I'm not saying it's, like I said, most of these cards I mentioned aren't the best in format. I'm just saying there are creative ideas out there for some of these cards. Now that's all I've got for the older cards. Well, besides, you know, Ability Superior could really come into use later. I'm just saying, guys, there's a lot of good ideas out there. I'd really like to see some cool rogue decks at Battle Roads, or hear of people playing these cool rogue decks. I mean, if you're planning on playing a really cool rogue deck at Battle Roads, let me know in my comment section down below, and I'd really love to hear from another rogue player, or even that, if you do really well, just let me know. It's one of those things that really makes me happy, is knowing that everyone else is happy playing Pokemon. And I've already told you guys before, I'm not really doing this for the fame. I'm moreover doing it because I really want to help you guys. And I mean, metagame has just been taking over way too much lately, and there's some players out there who know what they're doing when it comes to the playing rogue decks, but other than that, it's basically to a point to where you're literally gotta try. We still got people like Silvestro, Saruta, and myself, even though I'm at a lower tier than they are, literally. I was back in 08, but that's been a long time ago. I suck now. But again, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And like always, have a great day. I hope this definitely helps you guys, and I'll see you next time at Shifty's Club.